Hello friends, welcome to Pro Trading Zone. So today it was really a roller coaster day today. It went up, it went down, it went sideways. Every pattern that could be formed for a market to make you confused about it was there. So today if you look at the market, it started up, it came down to the day's low, it again went sideways, then it again climbed up to the day's high, then again came down to the day's low. So it was an action packed, jam packed session today with everything and anything that market has thrown on the day. Today it was a day where you have to be very careful what trade way you are taking. You had to be very careful what you wanted from the market, and you had your trades to be very precise. Then only you would have made a good money into it. The important pivot points that were we considering today was, as soon as the day opened, I considered that market could go higher, and the same thing happened and was shown in the market by opening high, but immediately it started coming down and it breached the first candle, and that's why I considered upper pivot point only to be 38,908, then 38,797, 38,692, 38,516, 38,394, 38,194. These were the important pivot points that was considered by me. But later when the market came down even below the day's low, I considered market 37,993 as an important pivot point. Let's see what happened today, what exactly was our thought process, and what was the trade that we took and that gave us profit. As market was coming down steadily and streamly, even though there was a green shoot over here, it was covered up within not more than 10 minutes and it started moving down continuously. As market was coming down, I took a trade around 10 a.m. over here somewhere. Once I took a trade over here, I was believing that market should be between 38,194 and 38,394. Even though this range was very small, I was hoping that it would be in this range only for a small amount of time, let's say for 1 hour, but this is what not happened. So today was a discretionary trading day, because as you know, we trade based on rules and we do adjustment in our short straddle and short strangle. So the trade that we took over here is, we have put up two strategies, that is short straddle and short strangle. Right now short straddle is showing a profit of 0.06%, that is 11,875. In short strangle we are looking at 38,700 call short and 37,600 put short. Right now we are looking at a profit of 0.02%, that is 4,250 rupees. Over here I was skeptic that I should go out of the market. That is our adjustment, we do a zone trading. So in zone trading what we actually do is, when we take a trade, we assume that market would be going on the sideways, or if it is not going in the sideways, we take a zone, that is a point between two important pivot points which will act as a zone. So today this was an important zone and this was an important zone. Since these 2 points were very important for the market, as soon as I took a trade over here of short straddle and strangle, I expected market to go on the sideways, and market went sideways, and I expected market to be between 38,394 and 38,194. But immediately after few candles, a big candle was formed and the bottom was breached with this wick, and I didn't exit my trade according to the rule that we consider always, as it was a discretionary decision from my side, as I didn't find much steam into it to go down. It immediately came to our point where we sold our short straddle and strangle and started going up. As it went up, it breached again this side. So I believe that market is not in a mood to go up or down directly right now. It will go on the sideways. So it was my discretionary decision again that I should wait for at least one candle, even though this was a very bullish candle. And as soon as I waited for one more candle, market started to come down again to the point where we sold. And once it touched to this important level, it started going up. As it was going up again, I decided that now it is time to exit, as it was the second time the important pivot point was breached properly, and I exited when this inverse candle, inverse hammer candle was formed, and subsequently next candle I exited my trade of short call position as soon as I saw this inverted hammer candle. Hitting our call short position here as it has breached our important pivot point of 38,394 rupees. Right now in short straddle we are making a profit of 31,125, that is 0.21%. In put short we are making a profit of 2,65,750, and in call short we are making a loss of 2,34,620. In short strangle we are making a profit of 37,250, that is 0.28%, and we have exited our call short position with a loss of 59,625, but we are making a profit of 96,875 in our put short. And subsequently the market started going up, and I hold my put short position to book profit as market go up. As soon as market touched 38,516 over here, I exited my trade immediately in put short as well. So this gave us a good profit. You can see the short right now about the book profit. Exiting our short put position also right now as it has breached 35,116, an important pivot point for us. Right now we are exiting all our trades and booking profit. In short straddle we are making a profit of 0.83%, that is 1,20,250 rupees. We are exiting all our trades in short. In short strangle we are making a profit of 74,625, that is 0.57%, and we are exiting all our trades for the day in short strangle and short straddle both. You can see the live short that I have put in my shorts in YouTube channel that shows the live trade that I put in every day in live session. As you saw in the short that we booked a decent profit of around 0.7% in our both the trades, and on the average we made 0.7% on our portfolio. So this was something that happened in the market for us, and what was our consideration. Even though market was going on the sideways later on, I thought of taking the trade over here, but I found market was very unstable today. So even though it went sideways, which was not exactly what I thought of, I was aware that I already took a trade and made profit into it, and already our pivot points were breached and I had to take a discretionary trade. So depending on that, I avoided taking any trade in this format or in this trade zone. So as I avoided, there was many times where it breached our pivot zone and we would have triggered our trade position as per our rules, and we would immediately market would have come up again and you would have not made good money, or you would have made a small profit. But to avoid this kind of things, that's why we take a very good setup in the morning, or actually when the time is right or you feel that the pivot points are working properly, and the market will reward you exponentially if you hold your horses and do not sell into panic and you follow the rules of zone trading. And this is how I traded today. But there were many important chart patterns that happened, and a few of those we would be discussing right now. So as soon as market opened up, it showed a straight red candle, and this red candle is considered to be very bearish. And as I told yesterday, if the market's first candle is not breached with 50% of the next candle, you should go short onto it. So I would have, if I would have been a directional trader, I would have gone short here. Market would have come down here until and unless it didn't touch this first candle's 50% point, I wouldn't have exited my trade. So my trade would have been continued till here, even though the stop loss was very big. But this is a very strong setup that happened. This happened exactly the similar way in the bullish setup also. If this would have been green candle and market would have come down and again went up, the rules would be same. If 50% is not breached, you do not exit your trade. And it started coming down and it would have rewarded handsomely. This kind of trade is called as a retracement trade if you consider the first candles 50% as an important pivot point. So once we took our trade over here, my logic behind it was that it came into my zone, that was 37,394, 394 and 38,394 and 38,194. So I took a trade with the belief that market would be going in the sideways, but even though it went sideways for few candles, it started going up. Here I found that market was not showing much strength while going and breaching this candle. So on my personal discretion and my knowledge of market and what market taught me, I just waited for one candle to form above it. Even though this was a very strong bullish candle, I just waited to see what price action happens here. It started coming down, and here it formed a base, which was where we took our trade and immediately started going up. And here I exited because I found that market could go exponentially up, because once a pivot point is touched, it becomes vulnerable for breaking easily and going up. So I exited my put over here with that thought process, and immediately when it reached over here and breached this point, I exited my short put position. I exited my call short position here in my short straddle and strangle. I exited my short call position here as per our rule in short straddle and strangle of zone trading, and later once it touched my another pivot point, I exited my put short position and closed my all trade with a booked profit. So market went sideways. This was something not much expected by me, but I was that if this channel is formed, it will go sideways. But when it was showing this big breakup in the trend line, that is our important pivot line, I didn't think of taking a trade because it could cause a loss, and which would have been unnecessary because we already made the profit. And once I considered that this was an uptrend, over when I found this point, and this point aligned, 3 points aligned, I drew a important trend line. But when you consider the trend line, the probability of you making good money is seldomly lesser than the horizontal line that you consider as an important pivot line to follow through. So market just jumped up when it crossed again the trending line, but the most important was that even though it crossed trending line, we should wait for this pivot point to be breached. That was 38,156. Once it breached, it just went up, and this would have been your target. So this was a total uptrend. And if you know that I like one more pattern that makes sense to me is U pattern. This is a reverse U pattern that forms, and once it is formed, you will find that whatever the first top or low is formed, if a U is formed over here, I would have considered the top or the day's high to be the one where the market could go. But if it is forming reverse U, I believe that as soon as where the U is formed, it is breached, and one important pivot point is breached after that, I would have taken a short position here and would have carried till it would have crossed another this one, or if I had more appetite for it, I would have carried till here. I could have exited over here itself, or here, or this point. So these were the trades I would have taken if I would have considered this U pattern crossing the U properly, then breaching our important pivot point. I would have taken a trade over here, exited here, or here, or here. But most probably I would have booked profit over here because we would have made handsome profit on our portfolio. So right now, as it went down immediately, this is considered to be very bearish for today, that market went down and there was total red candles, but still it doesn't predict what exactly would happen tomorrow. So right now it is a bearish session, but we are considering it to be something neutral for us because market fell down approximately 1.63%, but yesterday it went up exponentially for approximately 4%. So it could be a good retracement consideration as market was going up yesterday and it is down today. So in days time frame it is considered to be retracement or little bit of bearish, but nothing to be proven because of this second half sell off in the market. So this is what I had to share with you. Please, I request you to subscribe, share, like the video, share with your friend who is in need for it or will be beneficial, would be a beneficiary of this video. And if you have any doubts, comment in the comment section. I would be really happy to take up your confusions and answer them. And if you like my video, please again subscribe, like, share, it helps a lot. That's it for today. Thank you.